Okay, today I am with one of our varsity baseball players, and we're going to talk a little bit about baseball and about life because that's what we do.
I'm Blake Stefanik. I'm a junior here at Reavis High School, and I play baseball.
Yes, you do. You do. That's why you're here.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about. All right, so let's start with Blake. How long have you been a baseball player?
I started playing t-ball when I was 5 years old, and then I moved into Little League when I was 6 at Birmingham American. So I would say 11, 12 years I've been playing.
11 or 12 years, and you're a junior right now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Blake and I, he may not know this, and I'm just going to throw this out there. We have a long history already. We've already been friends for many, many years because I actually played baseball at Reavis with Blake's father. Yeah, that's a little piece of nonsense that no one ever needed to know. And also, Blake, I was a baseball coach here at Reavis for just over 13 years. So, yeah, I would have been your coach, and maybe this interview would have went a little bit differently if that was the case. But we'll just keep it professional for now. All right. So, what position do you play at Revis?
So for Revis, my sophomore year, I really settled into right field. But my freshman year, I started off at third base. And it's a pretty funny story because my freshman year, playing third base, I thought that meant the rest of my high school career. I would be stuck there. But one of my best friends on the team, Johnny Leeson, he played center field his freshman year. And in the offseason, starting our sophomore year, we basically just switched positions. And I think it was for the best of us because looking at it now, like, I think he is probably, if not the, one of the best third basemen in the conference. And I love just being able to have like free roam in the outfield. And yeah, I just really love it out there.
All right. Well, I mean, you said you thought you were going to be stuck at third base, so that means that now, after this all happened, you prefer the position in the outfield. You said you got a little bit more room to run around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually a third baseman when I was
Really?
in high school, and I dreaded the idea of the outfield because one, I was slow, and two, I have no depth perception. So if any ball was on the ground, I'm good, but anything goes in the air, I just ran around like a fool in circles and made a lot of errors. So good for you being able to play the outfield. You know, your dad was an outfielder.
Yeah, I
You
know.
you did know that. Yeah. Tell him I said hi, by the way.
Well,
What is it about the game of baseball that you enjoy the most?
I grew up playing baseball with friends and family every chance I got, and the love just stuck with me as I grew up. And being able to go out on the field with my friends and display all of our talents with the rest of the guys on the team is like just one of the best feelings.
Yeah, that's cool. And you do play multiple sports. So I think sometimes when we talk about, like, well, why do you play the sport that you play? Many times, if you're just like a single sport athlete, you just go, well, I showed some promise. I showed some that I had some ability, and people encouraged that. And then I built on it and I became a baseball player. But you have played other sports. So how would you compare? You know, I think you're choosing baseball as kind of like your favorite a
Hmm.
bit. So compare that to something like football or basketball, or I mean, you played soccer. You played soccer, basketball. Oh, you got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to me about like comparing and contrasting one of your other sports.
Um, Probably just comparing it to basketball because we're in basketball season right now. It's really just the people I'm with, and I feel like um, I started playing basketball in middle school, and it really didn't develop for me because I mean, just having baseball, it was always on the TV at my house. Just I was literally surrounded with it, and my parents kind of helped me get into that. And the people I play with, I just grew up with them, and it's just I just love being with them.
Yeah, so baseball is a little bit different in terms of the way the game is. It's slower.
Yeah.
There's a lot of downtime in between. They call it a thinking man's game because because you have a lot of time to process, which could be good for some people and it could
Hmm.
also ruin some people. There are people that
Hmm.
don't like baseball at all because it's sort of like you have to sustain focus for long periods of time when there's really nothing going on. Like you're
Hmm.
standing out in the outfield and you
Yeah.
may not nothing might happen for 2 or 3 innings, and then all of a sudden the game is on the line and it's all on you, right?
Hmm.
And it's like, whoop, yeah, here we go, right? So you got a little bit too much time to process, and you have to have a short memory when it comes to
Yeah,
baseball,
definitely.
because if you strike out 1, 2 times in a game, you're coming up there that third time, you've been thinking about those first 2. You
Mhm.
need to forget that. You need to
Yeah,
keep
definitely.
moving forward. So, that's something that I think a lot of people struggle with the game. All right, what about, the difference between Revis high school baseball versus travel baseball? Because I know you're involved in both of those
Mhm.
things.
Um, Definitely just being accountable. In high school, there's really no off season. We start workouts the first week of school, and the dedication that you show throughout the whole year will either make or break your season. And I think that's why we've been succeeding in our conference these past couple years because our guys just hold each other accountable. And I definitely think that we outwork our entire conference, and that definitely shows the past 2 years.
Yeah, so back in the day, a long time ago when I coached a team I think it was probably 2000, 2001, I was coaching freshmen and I had a lot of guys that played multiple sports. So they were playing baseball as kind of like an extra sport and they were really interested in getting stronger for football, for wrestling, for
Mhm.
some of the other things they did. So we started this workout thing in the morning and this is pre Revis field houses with a little weight room, right? And we would get up, and no one was really here in the building early working
Yeah.
out. And we would meet, and we had this little pack of guys, and that probably was one of the most successful seasons that I ever coached. And I think it was a testament to all the work we put in the off season, getting stronger and kind of creating what you're saying, creating that community, creating that family feeling. And I feel like that's something that baseball has made sort of like a standard now.
Like everyone's supporting each other in the weight room. Everyone, there's energy. Like just building that strong bond at the beginning will definitely just help your teammates stay up. When you were saying earlier, like if you strike out 2 times in a game, you can't have that in your mind going up to your third at bat. And in our dugout, if that happens, as soon as that person gets in the dugout, there's people picking you up. Like no one's gonna let you get down on yourself. Everyone's there around you, just supporting you, even the coaches. And I think that's just the best thing.
And by the way, I coached both McKinley and
Yurko?
yeah, you call him
Y-
Yurko.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I coached both of those guys. You'll have
good.
to ask them for some
I
stories about
will.
that. They have a few. Let me know some of the things that you've learned from your Revis coaches, some things that you lessons you've learned from playing here.
To build a culture, I would say, and trust your guys. Baseball is such a team sport, and you can't win a game with one guy. It takes every single person on the field, everyone in the dugout. From day one, my coaches have had my back, the rest of our guys' back, no matter what. And I think Coach Erickson, be here for so long, he was just outstanding coach, and he engraved what a family was in this organization here at Revis. And now with Coach McKinley taking over since Erickson retired, he definitely follows in this footsteps and just made everyone on our team a huge family. And I could truly say with like my whole heart, I trust my teammates in any situation in the game, and I would choose them over anyone, no matter what.
So you're looking forward to the upcoming season in the spring. Things are winding down in the winter. People are starting to come out of their indoor. Hopefully, the weather starts to warm up, and you guys are going to continue your workouts. What's the thing you're most excited for? A goal that you have as an individual player or as a team this year for Revis Baseball?
We've upped up our schedule this year. Um, Preseason rankings just came out, and we play 5 of the top 10 teams in the state. So building up our schedule will definitely help us for regional play when it comes to it. And I definitely think we can make a huge run in playoffs with. We have a bunch of returners. We lost I would think 4 seniors last year, but we have 3 guys, Parker, Shea, and J Rod, coming back from injuries last year. So just adding them to the team, adding everyone else who we had from last year, I definitely think we can win a regional championship and hopefully do good in sectionals.
So, how about conference? Who's the biggest opponent, or the one you're like, we this is the one we got to get?
I would say Oak Forest and Lamont on the other side of the conference are definitely 2 tough opponents that will play every year. But Oaklawn is always our rival on this side. But I think the biggest team we have to worry about is Richards. They have 2 guys that um, could throw really good. They have a kid that just committed to UIC, so we definitely have to be worried about Richards. But I think we beat them twice last year, so I think we could do it again.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and talking to me a little bit about this. And yeah, I think that was cool. I had
Hmm.
a good time. Did you
Me
have a good
too.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.
Thank you.